Hi everyone, I'm the plant propagator and welcome to my channel. I am so happy to be back here at Sundance Orchids and Bromeliads in Fort Myers, Florida. It is just a great day for orchid shopping. There's a lot of plants that are in bloom here. I am excited to see so many new plants here that I also have at my home, but I'm also excited to find some new ones. I was walking down, I'm not sure which row, we'll find it. I was walking down one of the rows and I got hit with this fragrance from one of the orchids, and I had to stop and first of all figure out where the fragrance was coming from. And after I did that, just incredible fragrance. Small Cattleya flower, but nice fragrance, nice bloom. So I picked one up and I'm going to add it to my collection. There's a few others here that also caught my eye today. So what we're going to do, there's a little bit blooming here, not a huge amount, but they have flowers as you get, and in most places there's flowers blooming here, and there's also some images that they have of the flowers and the plants that are displayed. So what I want to do is just to really, because I've been here so many times, because I like it here so much, I just wanted to just do a real quick trip through the rows here and show you some of the plants that are in bloom and show you some of the ones that I think are special and worth noting. All right, so let me get behind the camera and show you what's here. Okay, and let's start out here. These are dens in here and some phals at the end of that row, and I'm just going to tease you. A lot of dens blooming and they all look nice, but we're not going to go down any of these den rows. I'm just teasing you because I don't have time, and they are looking pretty good, but we're not going down there. And let me just show you this one on the end. This is a species on the end, big huge yellow flower, but you're just getting teased because I'm not going to go down there and see it. Anyway, let's go through and take a look at starting out with well, we're starting out and finishing with the Cattleya. So we're going to go down here and I'm going to show you some that just caught my eye as I was walking down here. This wasn't one, but it is a nice blooming large white Cattleya. So we'll take a look at this, but what I wanted to show you is, watch me now not be able to find it as we go. Oh, here it is. All right. So it's not, there's a couple of things. So first of all, look at the really interesting dark red pigmentation on this. So this is not flowering, but it caught my eye. This plant caught my eye not because of the flowers. So it's a cucullata, even though I don't think it's called cucullata anymore. But it's across here, but the dark pigmentation in the leaves on this thing is striking and caught my eye. But what did catch my eye is this mossy eye right here. So there are a bunch of mossy eyes right here, 7 of them. And I had a colleague who was looking for one. They were looking for the Cattleya form, and these are all semi-albas, but they're from seeds. So I might, big bloom, I don't have one of these. I might grab one, I don't know. The other thing down here that caught my eye, they have a few of these, and these are this right here, amethyst star, and these are really small. I guess they're large flowers relative to the plant size, but they appear to be really floriferous. The price on these plants is, I think, it's $35, but nice blooms on small plants. So it seems to be a decent deal here. So moving on. Sorry, I don't want to get you dizzy, but as we go down this aisle, this is, and I don't know this plant, but it did catch my eye, David Sander, and again, it says here it's a Cucullata digbyana hybrid, it caught my eye because I really like the flower shape of the cucullata and the Digbyana, and it's a hybrid, so it has both of that. The plant looks to be a little bit tall for my taste, and it looks like from all of the ties on this, it looks like it's going to fall over pretty easily. This one, I want you to take a look at this. So this is Newberry Lava Burst, and the thing that caught the colors are really, and I hope you can see it in this video, but the colors are really very striking because it has this purple lip and dark red flowers. So I really like the look of this flower. The plant is pretty prolific. There's a lot of plants here that are blooming. So just a really nice plant that, again, I wanted to share with you. All right, moving down here, this is another small. I thought I used to like the big Cattleyas, but for some reason today I'm drawn to the small ones. So this is called 50th Anniversary. Nice small yellow flowers on a small plant. Again, appears to be fairly prolific. The other thing is we're moving down the road, a couple more in this row. So this is Hawaiian Prominence America. I've got both of my plants that are in spike, and this is one that I recommended as you gotta get this because now they are all over the place. They're fragrant, they're small plants, they're very prolific, and they have them here as well as other places, but they have them here at Sundance. Looking a little bit further right here, this is one that is in everyone's collection that I don't really recommend. I don't have one of these. This is a red why not. A lot of people have yellow why nots, but this is a red why not. The yellow used to be very unusual, and now everyone has yellow why nots, and maybe the reds are a little bit more unusual now. But you know, nice plants. They're really prolific, and price, as you can see on that, or maybe not, is $35. So nice orchid, and they're very prolific. As I'm moving around, going around the corner here, let's take a look down this row, and I'm starting to get a little fragrance as I move down here. The fans are blowing nicely. This is Rustic Spots from H&R, and when I come here, it seems like this is blooming a lot. I already have this. I like spots. I like the change in the flower colors. You can see from the flower on the left and the flower on the right, they do change a little bit over time. Spotting is good. You know, a little bit of a smaller flower, but fairly prolific on these nice small plants. So moving down the row just a little bit more. Oh, okay, so here we go. This is the one that, and I can smell it from here. I'm around 3 or 4 feet away from this right here. And this is, I think it's Apple Blossom. Take a look at the tag. Apple Blossom, I'll show you the tag a little bit closer here. Springtime, yellow form. Okay, so this is one, and I couldn't figure out, because it's just, there's all these plants here. There's a lot of them that are in spike. So as we look, yeah, right there's in spike. There were a few more, because I took a pretty good look at them. I think there's a spike down in the middle of that. But a few of these plants, oh, there's another big spike right here in the middle there. So a lot of these plants are in spike, but the only bloom is right here. And so this is the one right here that I smelled walking down the row with all the fans running. So I wanted to make sure I grabbed this thing and stuck it right up next to my nose, and oh my gosh, this was from the fragrance alone. Flowers are nice. It's just really a very nice fragrance that's coming out on this orchid. And again, very prolific. I got a nice plant, so I'm going to take it home and see what it does. I actually don't even have any blooms on the plant that I'm bringing home, but I picked the one that had the most fragrance, or I'm sorry, the most pseudobulbs growing out. This one is another one that I wanted to highlight. This is Dick Smith Dark Beauty. You're familiar with Dick Smith Paradise. That's not what this is. This is apparently another seedling from Dick Smith that has a little bit of a different coloration to it. And this is nice because this is blooming. My Dick Smith is very prolific, very floriferous. I don't have this, but I already have another Dick Smith, so I'm happy with the one that I have. Okay, moving on. I don't think there's anything down here that I want to see as we move on. All right, let's just keep on going. But you know, you can see these, and one of the things as you look, whoa, sorry about that. As you look at these plants, they look pretty nice. You know, the roots on these plants are growing nicely. They know what they're doing. Good, you know, good root growth on these guys. As you look around, you can see the nice green roots, and that's what you're looking for. Okay, so there's a couple more here. So this is Copper Queen, and this is the only flower that I see on the Copper Queen plants. But this is here, beautiful flower, love the spots, and again, a little bit of flaring. But and what happens if you look at the plant that the flowers that they have displayed, you get a little bit of a change in coloration over time. So I think they fade over time. But the one that I wanted to show you, and this striking beauty right here, this is RLC Creation, and this is Summer Choice. And I'm showing you this because I do have this plant. I picked this up. I saw the flower just in the image that was next to it, and I thought it was nice, but I didn't. But the flower in person is much nicer than the picture is. So I can't wait for my RLC Creation to bloom. So I did pick that up last time when I was here. Okay, moving on to the next row, and the next row is the last row that we're going to go down. So we're moving through here. This is not one that I'm going to pick up. You know, it's a nice flower. You know, it's relatively large. This is Dewy Forest, RLC Dewy Forest. You know, it's got some interesting colors to it. It's not as striking as I like. I actually have, this is Chumthang Fancy. I have this Haidai Delight, as you can see from the top, is one of the parents, which is a parent of Amazing Thailand, which they have here, but I already have one of those, as I think you know. This is another one that really caught my eye. That is a striking Cattleya. There's two of these plants are blooming. They're doing really well here. This is called Taiwan Big Lip, and the plant is $35. I don't know the parentage on it, but let me show you. As you look at these plants, and we look at the base of these plants, you know, that's what you look for on a well-grown plant, is nice roots, nice pseudobulbs growing out. And again, the flowers sell themselves, but I like having the nice plants that I'm looking for. All right, moving on. The last few that I want to share with you today. Not here. Oh, this is one that caught my eye right here. I thought it was something else, but this is Alia Lorraine. And this is a Robert Strait cross. I was expecting to have, because of Robert Strait, I was expecting to see some flaring in there, and you don't. So it apparently lost the flaring in this cross. The next one is Amy Wagasugi right here. Just a really nice big flower, fragrant Cattleya, nice dark coloration, nice plant. But the last few that I want to show you. Okay, so I got this one is Fire Dance Patricia. Mine is still blooming. These are very floriferous. All of these small plants have, have blooms on them, but they'll put out bloom spikes in subsequent years that will have lots of blooms, maybe 5, 6, 7 or more. So these can be, I've seen huge plants of fire dance Patricia that are just loaded with blooms. There's a few other ones that I want you to look at. The second to last one is something that these are Digbianas. So I've got, these are the Digbianas here, and there are 3 of them that are blooming. Beautiful big blooms. The flowers themselves are fairly short-lived, but oh my gosh, look at the laciness of the lip there. And this is why this is something that I wish I actually have one of these, but mine hasn't bloomed yet. It was a gift from the Plant Propagator Junior. I'm not going to buy these. They're big plants. The flowers aren't very long-lived, but when you cross these, this is where the frilly lip in most Cattleyas comes from. And look at this, is just amazing. So this is again, this is a Cattleya species that a lot of people use, and they're crossing in. And I guess it's kind of an indicator that these folks know what they're doing, because they got 3 that are blooming same day, and the blooms, like I said, are very short-lived. Okay, I think maybe just one more plant that I want to share with you, and this is right here. This is Hamlin's Magic, and this is I bought one plant and now I have 2 of these because they're so prolific and so vigorous. And to give you an idea of how they grow, look at that, look at the roots and look how they spread. I got my plant here, and I think this looks like the same batch of plants that I got when I was here, but they are really vigorous. And again, this is one of the things that I like. I haven't used mine in crossing yet, but I will. Mine is just starting to put out some flowers. The flowers themselves are pretty nice. It's surprisingly big. This is a Nodosa. It's a Jalapa Nodosa hybrid. So it's got the star-shaped flower, but it's big. So I think it's, you get some of the vigor from that, but from the hybrid nature of the cross. But then the plant itself, it's nice. So this is a really nice, prolific orchid that I mean, you can see. Look how well these things are growing here. All right, that's the last one that I wanted to share with you today. There's more orchids blooming here. This is a great place to come and visit. You can order online. I just caught the whiff of something else. Maybe it's this one. I don't know. All right. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, and you want to keep on seeing them, it would help me out if you can click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. All right, that's all I have for you. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and happy propagating.